welcome to Surabaya. The Axiata Cup is in day 4 of competition. A great excitement building around here once again in Surabaya, because after those 3 days, we've got Indonesia at the top of the ladder, and we'll have that confirmed by a table in just a couple of moments. So there we are, Surabaya. It's the eastern part of Java. And, well, if you know anything about badminton, and if you know anything about Indonesia, they are synonymous. They go hand in hand, and they are absolutely fanatical. There's the group standings. Indonesia at the top with 10 wins from a possible 12. They lost 2 yesterday in Malaysia, against Malaysia. Thailand have moved up into 2nd place, dropping Malaysia back into 3rd. But Europe, after their victory over Asia yesterday by 3-1, have moved into 4th place. That's the all-important position. 4th place is the one that goes through to the semi-finals, 4 and above. It's Indonesia versus Asia at the start of day 4 then. And Aprilia Yuswandari has been brought back in to play against Yip, who had a really sobering match yesterday against the up-and-coming 19-year-old from Spain. And I have to say, Marin was stunning. Here is Yip. She is coming in together with now Bauchenlai. Can you imagine what kind of impression he has made around the world when he comes to the middle of fanatical badminton country and gets an ovation like that? Quite stunning. We've got Indian representatives. We had a Hong Kong, we got Chinese, we got India, 2 Indian representatives in this Asia All-Star team. We saw Ashwini Panappa coming in, and now her partner Tarun Kona is coming in for the mixed doubles. And of course, Bauchenlai we already saw. Chengbo will be coming up with him. And here is the other singles. The absolutely extraordinary Korean player, Lee Hyun-il. And, well, Indonesia will be coming in now. One of the most important things, of course, is that Indonesia get through the early rounds. 28 matches in total, 7 teams in opposition to the 8th team. Of course, there's a round robin. And I think it's very important. Here's Santoso is coming in on this particular occasion, Simon Santoso. And I'm sure the Indonesian team will continue to get great support here. Let me introduce you then to my co-commentator for the day. We've got a long day ahead of us. This will be the last of a cycle of 4 days of competition. We have another 3 next weekend. And then we get, obviously, understanding where we will be for the semi-finals and finals in Kuala Lumpur later on. The Axiata Cup is really giving everyone an opportunity not only to enjoy excellent badminton, to earn a really good prize money as well, but also expose the youth and the youngsters and the wannabes. It's going to be very impressive. Let me introduce, though, my co-commentator, Bapak Toto Damaji.
It's great to be here, John. And then once again, this is the 4th day of the Axiata Cup in Surabaya. We have been treated a fantastic badminton. You know, not just from Indonesia, but throughout the world. But I've seen many different future stars. It's one of them we saw was Carolina Marin from Spain, was playing absolutely brilliant when she has to come back from a few point downs in the decider yesterday. Again, the Yippie girl from Hong Kong.
We've nicknamed her the Yippie girl because it's Yip Pui Yin, and she wears PY after Yip on the back of her shirt. So she wasn't so yippie yesterday. Yippie was definitely not the move. She was very well, let's put it this way. She was downhearted at the end of that match. She fought hard, but she's got a chance to redeem herself right here now. Aprilia Yuswandari is coming to challenge her right now, and I'm sure that Indonesia will expect a very good battle here, but they will expect to get, if not all the points, at least 3 of them, I think. The expectations, what about from your perspective?
Well, John, we talk about the percentage or the match-up between 2 players. You know, the Indonesia usually looking for that advantage matchup against their opponent. Well, Aprilia has played against Yip Pui Yin before, but it's been a while ago. It's 2012 in Malaysia Open, and surprisingly, Yip won that match. And now she has somebody else in Richest playing Yip Pui Yin. Maybe it could be better, but once again, this is probably a test for Aprilia if she can overcome the defeat last time they played together.
Yip is with her back to camera, and I have to say that the facility here has stood up really, really well. Not only is it a great setup, but there's also, of course, this the ever-present breeze, but the wind has not really been a factor here. Some places it is. Sometimes you go up to Jakarta and you really, really see that there's a significant influence of the breeze, but here it's all been very fair, both ends of the court. Let me just explain to you. There you can see the green background as we have a look at Aprilia at the moment. She's got a good career, overall wins and losses. But the backdrop there, you can see, okay, there's 100 plus and a couple of other sponsors you see. And there's movement, apparent movement on the screen. That is apparent. It's a computer-generated graphic and it's moving. There's Eddie Rufianto who's in the chair. And we've got Wong Rishi, who is the service judge. But when the players are looking at the court, all they see is the beautiful color of the court itself and the green around. They do not see the movement. That's what they see. Right there is the action. So if you're a bit worried that they might be influenced by the movement, they don't see that. Only you at home can see that. So
now it changes again, John. See?
All right. Yeah, indeed so. So technology has certainly come to the Axiata Cup. It's very, very impressive indeed. We will be underway in just a couple of moments, and I have to say that the Indonesians have really, with their real depth of talent, they've run the changes, they've experimented a great deal with options and putting players in different positions. But the most important thing from the Asian All-Stars perspective is that when we were talking yesterday about not understanding why the Chinese were not teamed up with Chinese, and there was a mix of the Indian potential, which we'll see later on. I went and had a chat with Greg Kim about this, who's the manager, and he said, well, it was a player's decision. They decided that they want to mix it up and try it out. Now they've got reverted back to their original strengths, with India in one team and China in another. So very, very interesting that they were able to try something new on the second, third day of competition.
Well, we can always analyze what was the outcome now, but once again, you are correct that if we're looking for the point, we're looking for the win, and every time you put a point on the board, that means additional opportunity to gain more financially better for those players. Well, exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it could make a huge difference. Just one point could mean the difference between
Indonesia
represented by
Aprilia
we are in the fourth day of
Yuswandari.
competition. In total, there are 9 days in
And
the
on my
Axiata
left,
Cup. We're here in
ASEAN All-Star
Surabaya at the
represented
moment,
by
and
Yip Pui Yin.
underway, we have got
Indonesia
Aprilia Yuswandari for
Level
Indonesia against Yip Pui
play.
Yin, representing the Asian All-Stars. Game 1. Yip comes in, and that is absolutely her style. She is very quick, very fast, very aggressive. And I think the fact that she came unstuck yesterday will give her that extra motivation to perform today. 1-0. It's out.
Well, John, Yip must essentially have this good start today, because yesterday she was behind against Carolina Marin, tried to come back, she just couldn't do it, especially at the third game, so she wants to get a good start today. Well, she's looking at it.
She is. She's playing it down through the center, and in fact, Aprilia was probably expecting a little bit more side play, and she's struggling to get it back and put pressure on. So, Yip at 2-1. And in terms of their world rankings, 26, depending on whether you look at the BWF website or my notes here. 27 is on the website, 26 is in my notes for Yip Pui Yin.
But there's only one. There's no difference at all. 26 and 27, both of them only one or two players between them. So they're about equal. But of course, Yip Pui Yin has been traveling and has been playing in much more tournament than Aprilia.
Aprilia actually, her best was 28, I think, in my list here. So She's got some real work to do here to get. Is she holding her back? What was that? I think she's certainly not comfortable stretching for that.
Mixing it up. You know that you've seen Yip Pui Yin. She has that magnificent smash.
She's got a good smash, but she's also got that fantastic drop shot down into the to the net forehand. It's a superb shot. That was to the backhand. We'll see the drop in a minute, I'm sure. But that's 5-3 in favor of Yip.
Service over. 5-3.
Well, if you can see right there, Yip keep going down, down, down. I'm not sure if it's just stay in control or just still a long way to go. Wow, a great smash once again by Aprilia.
It came from a really good setup, and that's what we've got to be looking for, isn't it? You don't just play one shot in badminton. You try to explore and exploit some spaces, and then you put the coup de grace in. You actually stick the knife in at the end, but you are playing. Every shot is trying to find a little weakness.
Well, I do like Aprilia.
That was a brilliant rally. She was patient, and she eventually found the gap and absolutely went straight through it. It was beautiful. 5-all. Excellent work. And did she take momentum from the crowd as well? You're going to tell me what they were singing in a minute.
They must win. They must win. Indonesia must win. Like you mentioned, that one was not easy to take from Aprilia to smash. It was not hard, but location-wise was impeccable.
Play, and Yip is so keyed up, she was almost celebrating with a clenched fist the fact that she allowed that one to go.
Well, maybe yesterday she started a little bit of subdued order, not taking it very seriously. And
oh, that's poor. That's one of her favorite shots, but she was certainly very well wide. It wasn't close. It's 6-all.
But sometimes a lot of players playing a little bit loose in the beginning part or the first half of each set. So, but the intensity of this match is completely different. I think Yip Pui Yin wanted to end it with her day on a better note.
There's no doubt about that. She's got the lead at 7-6, but perspective, it's because they've got so much depth of talent here playing at home. They've got, I think it's 17 or 18 registered players. It's in the teams, upper teams. So everyone gets a chance, but it means when you do go on show on centre court, on the TV, then you have got to deliver, and that puts pressure on Aprilia. She has got to win this, 7-all.
As you mentioned, John, it's correct that all the Indonesian players, somebody like Aprilia, it's all about auditioning. She's auditioning right now for her future. She will be chosen for a longer tour or bigger tour to make sure a better players, a better ranking when she play more in the tournament.
That's good. 8-all. See, Belly Edwards actually did a great job in her singles as well. So there is that competition really developing in Indonesia. I mean, they've been looking for some star performances from the women for a long, long time. crowd love to see, particularly after losing the point. It's 10-7, and this is Aprilia now asserting some authority with long rallies, and that's the interesting bit.
I'm a little bit surprised that Aprilia is willing to play with this, because once again, I question some of the Indonesian endurance players. So Yip Pui Yin has played 3 matches so far, but Aprilia, this is her second of the day, and she is showing her auditioning to be raccoon with one of the Indonesian ladies single player.
Short with that. She was hoping to go to the interval with that shot. It's going to be delayed. It's 8-10.
8-10.
Couple players that we've seen already in Indonesia, like Beatrix and her Aprilia and Linda Fanetti. So, and then of course, we have a few of them that will be coming perhaps next week. That's short. She chooses correctly for Yuswandari.
It was a fantastic piece of net play there from Yip. I mean, both the girls played very, very tight net shots. But the better of the two was Yip's, and it was so difficult to get it deep. They got it high, but not deep. Well, this is a good fight back by Yip. We were looking at possibly having a break 3 points ago. It didn't happen. Good crowd here on the 4th day of the Axiata Cup. They are making themselves heard. Is 4 points in a row. They go to the break at the interval at 11 points to 10 in favor of Yip Pui Yin of Hong Kong, but representing the Asian All-Stars, and Greg Kim will be really pleased with that fight back, because it looked for all the world as if she was losing the momentum.
I agree with that, because I wasn't paying attention with the score. I was looking the way Aprilia was playing, and at one point, like you said, it was 10-7 at one point, and just a couple blink of an eye, Yip Pui Yin is ahead now, 11-10, with pretty good momentum on her. And of course, she's changing the tempo of the plays too.
41, 20
As you
seconds.
mentioned, the coach, it's a great Kim.
So 11-10. Asian All-Stars. This is important because I think the point that Yip lost yesterday against Carolina Maran could be hugely significant. I mean, we talked about the doubles being a little bit of a gamble that didn't pay off, but I think they probably expected Yip to do the business against Maran. It didn't happen. So Asian All-Stars have got to fight for every point they make. From now on, if they want to get to the semi-finals, it's $50,000 worth of fighting that's required.
I was going to say between 50 and 100.
It's gone.
Yes, good eye.
Well, that's 5 points, and that will be hugely disappointing to the Indonesian. Brilliant play, both girls.
Well, that was a good play by Aprilia. She has to dig very, very deep on this, because she was losing 5 points in a row, and she break that streak.
11,
Yeah, I mean, and you have to say that they are both well matched. They're moving beautifully. They're precise at the net, particularly. They've got the power play. Yip's particularly got a very, very big smash. But Aprilia's got to hang in here. 11-12. That is out. That's really,
Oh my
really
gosh.
wasteful.
Look at her body language. She's probably talking to herself.
Well, she would still be thinking about those 5 points in a row loss, and
That's huge.
yeah.
She worked very hard to get that 10-7. And then, well, you know, you have to admit that Yip took the game to her too. So
Yip doesn't have to prove anything in terms of reputation. She's been there, she's done it. Everyone knows that she's like a terrier. She's like a dog with a bone. She hates losing. She hates losing more than the opposition love winning, and it's really important that.
oh, yes, not by much. She could have done better with that shot.
She's so annoyed missing it.
But, you know, I wish Yip would have that kind of intensity when she played yesterday against Caruana Marin. Marin is one showing that kind of intensity and hated to lose every single point.
Well, we've certainly found a new European star. That is absolute certain. You'll hear a lot more of Carolina Marin, the Spanish wizard, I think you could say. Bye-bye. That's unfortunate.
I'm just looking at her. Is she all right? Because that was not a very good stretch. As the team manager of Indonesia, Hendra is looking down on her. And so, because she's split when you get up, it's okay. But she just put all her weight in it.
Have a look at
right
it.
Here, see?
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
wow, that was a stretch.
That could be that hamstring and tighten it.
But you know, we both coach this sport. We both coached many different sports. What you do in that situation is exactly what Aprilia did. You do not rush the recovery. You've just got, okay, the body's taken a little bit of a shock. You've got all those sinews, those tendons being stretched immediately. That's the shock element. So you take your time in coming up, a little warm up again, and that is exactly, if you try to get immediately back up, you do more damage. So that's really good thinking. And although we are a little bit worried, I think she's okay. Look at her, she's concentrated. 14-12.
We're going to be watching on that, John. Really, it's very unfortunate.
Oh, that was a bad backhand there. She snatched at it.
15-12.
She needs to stop thinking about the fall.
That's the beauty. That's the one I made reference to very early on. That's one of her favorite shots. Although we put her down as an attacking, driving smasher, she loves that little shot into the forehand net.
That was the one that she used. She wanted to stretch down to get to the ball or the shuttlecock. She didn't do it.
It's another long one. I've been saying that there's not much problem with breeze, but I tell you, Aprilia is struggling to find the lines here.
I think she is still thinking if she can do it or she's not showing it the way she moves.
Let's remind ourselves, it was 10-7. So Yip has picked up 10 points.
And 2.
And Aprilia 2.
That's out. That's a good cheap point for Aprilia Yuswandari.
Service over. 13-17.
Came off the net and it really went into a different trajectory there. So problem for Aprilia. 18-13. Yip in good shape at the moment. Every point, every match counts in this great format Axiata Cup. 8 teams, 28 matches altogether, 9 days of competition, 7 in the preliminary rounds, and the top 4 go through to the semis and finals in Hale.
John, I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but she is very tentative, Aprilia. To stretch, to get to that ball, to get down on it.
I'm in two minds on that. She might be using it as an excuse. But we'll see. I mean, she doesn't look as if she's moving badly, and she's not limping or anything. But I think she's being overawed by Yip's aggression at the moment. But let's just see if she can pick up 2 or 3 points here. She's not lost this game quite yet. 14-19. That's out.
Yeah, Aprilia is making her. I mean, Yip is making her stretch. And I saw a little hop in there.
20, game point 14.
If you get the mental upper hand, it's really amazing how much it transfers into the physical as well. 2014, this is game point to the Asian All-Stars. And that has just gone. Yes, it has. It's 21-14. And a big disappointment for the home supporters here, as Aprilia started very, very well, but has gone off the scene a little bit. I think Toto is suggesting, and I'm not absolutely arguing with him, that there was a moment of stretch where Aprilia went down and maybe just feeling a little bit sore about it. And actually, I can see right in front of us now, she is just a bit tentative.
Yes,
maybe you
the way
are
she
right
stands, you know, the way she stands, the way she, you know. But I don't know why Limchusha is asking now.
She's going to take a little medic break, is she? Yeah.
She's asking for a spray.
Okay.
We're looking for the first 8.
It's so difficult, though, whether this is the excuse or the reason, you know. We've been in sport long enough to know you always beware the injured, because they may look injured, but they actually then, on the back of that, sometimes can find some extra energy, and you might be giving them a little bit of freedom of expression as well on the back of that. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that we're going to have anything else but a sincere injury here. It certainly was. It looked nasty.
Yeah,
but,
it was quite stretched.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So I'm not so sure there's a meet director or director of the Axiata Cup tournament here, and this allowing the medical crew to come on the court. Yeah,
she's certainly holding her left
leg
up.
20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Hey, this is something that would you want to continue or discontinue? Because look at this, he's trying to put weight on that leg.
It's certainly a contentious issue. There's no doubt at all. Greg Kim is actually talking to the umpire as well, saying, you know, are we going to go continue, or are we going to get a little bit of a medic break?
You know, medic break, but at the end of the day, it's about point, and probably Greg Kim can request it. Come on, get going here. You know, if it's 3 minutes up, you got to continue it or not. But you know, how much is he going to be able to play? I mean, yeah, she's going to try to make it, but is it going to further her injury is another matter.
I don't like to see excuses being used. If she can continue, then she's got to be playing at absolutely 100%.
That's the one. You know, not to play because she has to play to finish the job. No, this is not the case. We are in a world-class athletes. So
yeah, they're professionals. So it doesn't matter what we say. They're back on court now, and Yip has come away with a very good and solid victory in that opening game, which puts pressure on the Indonesian girl, Aprilia Yuswandari. It will be Yip to serve in the second game. Let's hope we get a good competition out here. It's gone. She's struggling both ends then, isn't she, with that lift?
Because she needs to have the legs to, you know, put footwork in there properly. She's reaching. She's hoping for something.
Hoping but hopping.
Yes.
It's a good call by the line judge.
This is a shame, though. Aprilia was playing brilliantly. She was starting to mount a comeback at one point. She was fighting for it.
It's not over yet, Toto. Let's not get too depressed.
No.
You know, 3-0 there on a very lucky tape.
Sometimes when you need a break, you know. Okay, now she's asking for something. This is small drama here.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, message, yeah.
She wants to do something to the shoe, to the foot. Maybe there is a spray there. It's an Achilles heel issue.
But that's funny, you know, the way she felt. It was not about Achilles. I thought it was a hamstring.
They're so supple, and actually over my years of working with Asian children as well, I know that they're probably more supple than any other guys on the planet. They can actually turn themselves inside out. It's quite amazing the way that they've got suppleness and strength with it. So, you know, the normal way of things. But of course, the problem with this flooring is it sometimes snags and holds as well. So there could have been a jarring there, no doubt.
A little late.
She was in trouble.
Yes, she's a little late too. You can't blame on Yip Pui Yin now because she has to take advantage of her opponent being down. And you can't feel sorry for your opponent sometimes. Nope, you gotta press it.
It's painful to watch.
Yes. I wish the coach would throwing a white towel or something like that, you know, just in the boxer. Can we throw in the white towel, John?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not a quitter either, but yeah. Let's see. If we get to 10, maybe there will be. Sure, yeah. Her concentration is not on the job.
No, it isn't. I mean, it's about, you know, can she move? Is she willing to do it? Like, looking at her expression, you know, getting it there. That was not a difficult shot. She's out. Yeah, I can tell the difference immediately when she was going to throw the drop shot. It was out. Honestly, I'm very reluctant to watch her when she's doing the stretch because I've been there before. This is formality. I mean, you know, it's just so disheartening for Aprilia to watch her opponent jumping up and down when she can't even do the jumping up and down. No, the song is not going to work anything. Very good.
At last, she's broken the duck, which is very, very important. 1-8, but whether it's not going to signal a resurgence, well, we all doubt it very much. But it'd be great to see her pick up 2 or 3 points in a row here. Let's put on a little fight. Let's just see how comfortable she really is in the movement. That's out.
Very wild.
2-8.
Well, you never know. Aprilia Yuswandari needs that small window opportunity.
This is not a small window. This is a huge plate glass window. This is a shot front, this one.
Yes, indeed.
9-2.
Even Tusha is helping her out to get the shuttlecock.
Well, we've been very fortunate with all our matches that we've covered on the Axiata Cup so far here in Surabaya. This is a bit of a disappointment, but it's only recently been so because of that injury to Aprilia. Right. All the other matches that we've covered have been fascinating, from the singles to the mixed doubles to the men's doubles. They've all had an intrigue and been fascinating. So I guess we were due to have a disappointment. Well, it's not over yet. It's 3-9. That's out. 4-9.
Did you see her smile? I like that smiles. You know she's playing with maybe half a leg there, but still she had that smile. That was good. There's some humor in it. She's moving better.
Better until she's really put under pressure, and then it's painful again.
It's over. 10-4.
And you can't blame Yip, you really cannot. It's she's got to go for it.
No, she can't. I mean, you can't blame the opponent. She has to play the game. She can't make it, you know, hey, why don't you just stop? You know, I remember a long time ago, Muhammad Ali, when she was boxing at the time when he was beating the opponent, he would call on to the umpire, the referee, to stop the fight.
Play.
Well, it's another beautiful shot. It's really, really exposing the problems that Aprilia is experiencing at the moment. It is 11-4 as we end the break in the second game. Yip took the first, and it's all looking very, very ominous and certainly disappointing, I think, for the crowd as well as all of you at home if you happen to be supporting Indonesia. Again, a little bit of spray going on to the Achilles heel of Aprilia, but whether that's a magic spray, I doubt it. I think she really does need to. I mean, now that Yip has found that the real vulnerable places at the net there, she's going to expose more and more of those drop shots into that forehand side.
You know, I question the decision by the coach as well as the team manager. Maybe the thing, can you move forward? Can you play to your best? If the answer is no, because of the injury, she should stop.
Lives to fight another day.
Yes. But, you know, we all seen the injury is part of the sport, isn't it?
Well, if this looks like it's going through the motions of a match, you're probably right. But look, coming up in just a while will be a sensational matchup. Lee Hyun-il together with Simon Santoso. I hope you're not going to be disappointed by that one, because that could be a fabulous matchup. It's still going on at the moment, 11-4, and that was a brave effort with that smash in the backhand. But it was short, not enough, well, in fact, not enough understanding of where she was on the court. Not enough power on it, but it wasn't accurate. 12-4.
They're still singing her name on it. That's a drop. Yes, very, very smart play.
So 13 points to 4. Short. Well, 5-13. You're not going to get a wounded player come back from this situation, so you really are going through the motions.
And another thing, I was watching Aprilia too, John, that right foot of hers, she does everything with the right foot in the front, so she puts a lot of weight on that every single shot when she makes it, especially when she's moving forward.
And she's also got flesh-colored bandages around her knee as well, so you can't probably see that on the television, but she's got it fairly good. Maybe you can see it now. There you go.
And it's in both legs, in that same leg.
Yes, in there.
Knee and that ankle.
6-13. Right, 7-14. Dare we start thinking?
I don't.
7-13.
Stranger things have happened on the planet, but
yeah. That's not a very easy to watch as well for me. This is like the fourth or the fifth time. Is that a countdown for the fall down? I reckon. Like in the boxing, like 3 countdown, you know.
I think she's come back towards it. She's going to walk off now. She's not. She's been told to get back into position as she waits for the knock down. But that's a very sorry sight, isn't it? She's feeling sorry for herself. She's obviously feeling as if she's letting people down a little bit. But hey, at 14-7, Yip has still got the job to do.
Oh, he's not, yes. Oh. I would think she was going to drop it to the right side again. Or Aprilia, right side.
And that was just a lapse of concentration on Yip's part, because for sure dropping it to the net is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
She was there. There was no excuse for missing that one. But, 15-8 is the score.
Yeah, I was looking if it's 9, that would be the closest one.
Oh, we haven't had the, I was just about to say, we haven't had it so quiet here with Indonesia playing for a long time.
Well, they were saying that we have to win, but sometimes, like you mentioned, the crowd didn't really know what was going on, or forget about, oh, that was, you know, she's still playing, so there's no injury. Wow.
Yeah, it's a brave effort there on the backhand side to reach it, but Yip's power, you know, it's legendary. She, for such a small stature and physique, she packs a punch.
Well, indeed, she was moving backward, and Aprilia was trying to save that right side.
Play.
Be no moral loss for anyone, but still it is a game that can be played. Nice play.
That was a shame, because she looked as if she was moving much freer there, and it's very competitive in the rally. But again, it's that backhand that's let her down. It's not exactly played blind, but it's very ambitious, and it's a low percentage success, I think, that one, to finish it. She should have just kept the rally going, but maybe, you know, she is feeling the pain just a little bit. We're going to get
some break. Yes. Like
17 times.
Yeah, that kind of shot by Aprilia that she took, perhaps is about, you know, one shot that trying to get a winner, stop the whole thing.
But she did look much freer.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes. She was moving side to side quite freely.
Play.
Strategy probably if I were Aprilia to try to slow it down. Slow it to make sure to make her opponent become irritated because she has to wait. Yes.
It's good retrieving, but Yip, she celebrates, and you can understand why. It was a very good lift. 18 points to 11. We're coming towards the end of this first encounter here, the fourth day of competition, the Axiata Cup in Surabaya. DBL Arena is the venue, and it's full of atmosphere.
Nice play.
It's the first time since the spill that Aprilia, not only does she celebrate the winning point, she actually clenched her fist and really pumped up. Wow.
Well, look at the way she dove for that one. Yeah, this one was hard. Look at this, she just dove.
She's certainly a bundle of energy. Yippee! I think that she was saying yippee as she went right down to ground. There you go.
Yes.
Great shot, not just from Yip, but also from the crew here. TV1, our host broadcaster, doing a great job.
That is fantastic. That was fantastic. Well, I wonder what Aprilia has anything left in her sleeve.
She's had a minute of rest between the point. Let's see whether or not she can keep the pressure on. Oh, great lift. A great retrieve. Oh, that's in.
Ooh. She was behind it too, so even if she would try to clear that one, she's still going to be in trouble.
That is a shame because she was beginning to look much more competitive. 19 points to 12. She's left it too late to put on this spurt of activity.
It takes a little time probably for the spray to get into numbness.
Oh, that's a poor one. Anyway, that now means it's match point to Yip Pui Yin, the girl from representing Hong Kong, but also on behalf of the Asian All-Stars. This will be an important point. They really do need to get up into fourth position to get into contention for the big round of semi-finals and finals later in KL. That's it! 21 points to 12, and Yip Pui Yin has beaten Aprilia Yuswandari. They're the only real point of contention, you would say, was when Aprilia went down and tried to get that shuttle from a beautiful drop shot. It went down into the backhand corner. She got caught up in, obviously, the surface, held her foot, but she split. And I'm afraid that she definitely was a bit injured there, and that took a while to get over. And unfortunately, from a very good position of 10-7 in the first, she lost it ultimately. And then it was really a procession in the second. So disappointment for Indonesia, but we've got 3 more matches for them to make it up. Toto's with me.
Yes, agree with that one. Disappointment is a little bit concerning and more like it to me because Aprilia Yuswandari was playing rather good at one point. Like you mentioned, it was 10-7. And she had the opportunity. She was fighting back, and then that split. But once again, injury is part of the sport. And hopefully, just hopefully that she can come back, rehab, and then be better again. So it's 1-0 for the Asia, and we are watching another great match after this too, John.
We will indeed. It's 10 from 13 for Indonesia, but they will be expecting to be competitive here. But that said, I tell you what, Simon Santosa's got his work cut out because it's Lee Hyun-il facing him for the Asian All-Stars. Join us for that one in just a while.